So here we have a relatively new end terraced house. You can see from the air vents here and here that it's going to be suspended floor. So we'll have to check to see whether it's timber or non-timber. I'll just do a drop heel test and gauge to see how solid the floor is, and then that will show me whether or not it's timber or sort of block and beam. So there we have the electric meter box. Let's go check that out. So this looks like a dual rate meter, because we have your mains coming in here and your fuse on your live and your neutral, and then we've got two lives coming out for peak and off peak, and then also says peak live, off peak, 24-hour live and peak off peak live. As well as that, you got another clue here. So the meter goes in, it's got rate 1, rate 2 there, and then that's the old meter, rate 1 and rate 2. So draft proofing strip on the front door. And we've got a date stamp here on the door, 2016. So I'm not sure if we can put this down as a insulated door, but if I take a photograph of this and run it through, we can see whether it counts as a insulated door. So in the lounge, the main heating system, or the only heating system, is this Dimplex Quantum. Now if we have a look here, it's a QM 150 RF. I have a playlist for best usage instructions, so I'll leave the new residents a QR code there so they can have a look at the playlist and use that. I'll drop the link in the description for that playlist. And you can see you've got two supplies, peak and off peak. So that's a Dimplex Quantum QM 150 RF with controls for high heat retention storage heaters. We have another one here in the hallway, but this one is a QM 050 RF. There's the consumer units. If you have a look at this consumer unit, you can see there's lights and sockets. So this will be the peak rate supply, which will be constantly on 24 hours, which then makes this one to be the off-peak one, and going to the quantums and also the immersion that's probably here, off-peak immersion. But there'll be also an immersion on this one because dual immersions run on peak and off-peak. Ground floor WC, heated towel rail, kitchen. Notice the GU10 fitment on these bulbs, push and twist. These are all LEDs, GU10 LEDs. Smoke detector, hardwired. And what have we got here? We've got a QM70 RF. And then we go to the rear elevation. We'll check that. So we've got a nib sticking out here. So I'll have to measure that. I'll lean over and fire the laser. Even though it's end terrace, it's got a very small party wall, but we'll have to measure that. So let's do the wall thickness now. So I left my tape measure at the previous property, which normally can pose quite a problem. However, I carry this spare tape measure, 330 millimeters. As you can see, this tape measure is my temporary one because I left my tape measure at the previous property. I just keep it in my pencil case. And yeah, again, I'll put the link of what's in my bag in the description. But it's always sensible to have a backup. So upstairs we go. Here we have another Quantum. And this one is a QM 100 RF. Main bathroom, We have a bath and an electric shower. Master bedroom, quantum. Which one is a QM70RF? Now this bulb here is a B22 fitment, normally known as a bayonet. Now these look like incandescent bulbs, but they are actually LEDs. Glazing with double glazed units at the back and at the front, and all over in fact, and they all look about the same age. Let's having a look on the intermittent strip, not really finding a date stamp, but sometimes on the reveals it's quite good. But this reveal doesn't seem to have any. But I'm sure these windows are post 2002. There's a bit of printing there, so if we look at another window we might find the date. And here we go, we have found this here. So if we look on there, let's have a look, see if we can get that in focus. PAS 24 2012, and also they're marked down as A++ rated. So these are post 2002 double glazing. Going from from pre to post 2002 double glazing, generally on a house adds on 2 sat points. Here we have the dual immersion hot water tank. So you can see down there, there's a immersion and then another one. And then you've got the 2 switches. We have 218 litres, so we can use that to describe it as a large tank, and then we just need to stick the ruler in here to see the thickness of the insulation. This insulation counts as factory fitted spray foam. Let's see the thickness of that. 38 mil. I'll leave another QR code here for best usage on how to use the hot water tank. Now let's check the loft insulation. Need to get a good overview of the loft to keep the auditors happy. And we can see that it isn't timber framed because we've got block on the inside. Now that's the gable end. Now if we can try to see over here, try to see over there, all we can see is block. So cavity, party wall, unknown insulation. Can't see any drill holes, but there probably isn't any. Oh, just found a light switch. So now I can measure the insulation. A little bit harder with my temporary tape measure, but that looks at least 250 mil. We better get a better picture for that for the auditors. But yeah, 250 mil. Nice even cover. Next bedroom, that's got a QM70RF. And a third bedroom, I'm assuming it's another QM70RF. Yes, it is. Right, we better get this written up then. Just nip outside quickly to check for cavity wall insulation drill holes. There's a cavity wall drill hole, but we need more than one to show that there's a pattern. It's another one, another one, another one. Along the same course, that's the pattern. There we go. Cavity wall insulation, retro filled. Suspended, timber framed. Right, so let's get this filled out. So we want today's date. Floor is ground floor, suspended timber, and insulation as built. We did the drop heel test so we could conclude whether it was non-timber or timber. Non-timber was like block and beam, and there'd be a lot less flex and it won't sound like it's bouncing on wood. Okay, so the roof, we had pitched access to the loft, insulation at joists, and there was 250 mil thick. Okay, no loft conversion. The hot water tank was a dual immersion, and it had it was quite a large capacity, so I'm putting large, I can't remember, but we took a photograph to show it was a large tank. And it has a factory fitted jacket which is 38mm thick. No secondary heating. Main heating system is storage heaters, and it runs on electricity, and we had it's a high heat retention storage heaters. Okay, so we had a QM150 RF in the lounge, and then we had a QM70 in the kitchen RF, and then in the hallway was a QM50 RF. Okay, so the RF means radio frequency, and they can connect to the home hub. And then I think British Gas do a really good tariff for those. Well, the hubs go missing, you know, Wi-Fi, all that sort of stuff. I don't think this house has the hub, and I haven't come across a hub in real life, but the Dimplex rep did show me one once. So upstairs we have bedrooms 1, 2 and 3, and they're QM70s RF times 3. And then the landing is a QM100 RF. Okay, so that's the heating done. So now for glazing, we saw that they were 2012 onwards. So post 2002, normal amount, PVC, 100% 16mm, no fireplaces, naturally ventilated, 100% draft proofed, 2 doors, no conservatory, and there we go, that's it. No PV, no wind turbine, no solar thermal, and the house is a nice easy shape to draw. We have not quite a porch here, and then we have the electric meter there, consumer unit there, WC, that's the 100. Then we've got a 50 here, and then another 100, that's 150, a 50 and 100. And then we've got the party wall, so we need to measure this bit, and that bit. Okay, and then upstairs we've got bedroom, WC, bedroom, hot water tank, loft hatch, stairs in the middle, and then lounge, kitchen, diner, and then bedroom, right. And then width, depth, and then the nib. Let's get measuring. Dimplex Disto D2, link in the description, solid bit of kit, buy that, never need to buy another one. Batteries last for ages, secure, solid, reliable piece of kit. The laser's really bright, so it works outside. Don't know if you can see that dot, but that measurement is 8018, nearest millimetre. And then the depth, 5.62. 8018 5062. Okay, now this is where it works, because it works outside too, because the laser's quite bright. You shouldn't really mix outside and internal measurements, but there is no other way to find out the depth of that nib, and I've measured it at 2.462, but the wall thickness is 330, so we take 330 off the 462, and then we have the heat loss perimeter on the nib. So we have the nib at 2.132 after we've minused off the wall thickness. So that means we're not mixing external and internal wall measurements. We've got the width and we've got the depth. So times this by that, which gives us your meters squared, which is 40587116. So 405859 rounded up because the next point is a 0.7, triple 0.7, so 5.9. Okay, and then we have heat loss perimeter, which is this, add this, add this, add this. So 8 times 2 plus 5 plus 2, and all the points adds up to 23.23. 23.23. Okay, and then this minus that will give us the party wall, which is 2.93. 2.93, and then we've just got the ceiling heights to go. Ground floor ceiling heights. First floor ceiling heights 2297, so 231 and 230. 231, 230. And there we go. I just take a photograph of the site notes front and back, and then file it away on my 512 gigabyte SD card, and then upload it when I'm writing it up. Brilliant. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comment section. I always reply to them. Hit the like button, and have a look at the description for all the useful links, including a link to my free single sheet site notes. Bye.